What is going on, everybody? It is Swifty, lead developer of the project Zmod, and I have another update. This is the second update of July, which I'm going to try to push out more because we have some awesome news that I'll get into in just a moment. So the last devlog, which I don't think I did a video on, is v0.1.1. Did the UI overhaul, which I showed you guys this UI in the last video. I also did the inventory and then just improved the overall look of a lot of the UIs and stuff like that. Gameplay changes. I removed Kyros as a dependency. I had a new walk sounds and a Project Z texture pack. Balances and fixes. I fixed the thirst draining too quickly, which was a big problem. Obviously, you guys didn't complain about it because the mod's not out, but when I was doing playtest of my own, the thirst would be the first thing to go out. So I had to fix that because that's it can't happen. And then I also increased the water when you drink the drinkables because it wasn't giving enough. So with the mix of this draining too quickly and the water not giving it, it just wasn't playable because you were always dehydrated. And then the big news that I mentioned at the beginning of the video is we have a public server is now online. It's whitelisted, but it's online and it's in the server list. And development of the official map is underway, and we are working on it. And we're looking at a alpha playtest for late September. So that's why this is the second update of July, and I'm going to have 2 updates, probably even 3 this month, and then maybe even more next month. And then September will probably be like 3 or 4 also, just so I can get everything fixed and get the gameplay as smooth as possible for the alpha release. So we're going to go ahead and hop onto the server. So this is the server list. I showed you guys in the last video. It has the server is actually online and working. And as you can see, there's nobody on because the build team isn't on right now. And if we hit play, we will join the server. Now I'm in survival. I'm going to first do butcher because I'm going to die, and then heal. But the first thing I want to show is the new based truss menu. So this is new. It's basically the same exact thing. It's just made with HTML. It looks a lot cleaner. And then the next thing I want to show is if I do, let's just do set home test. And then if I do /kill, and then do home test. So the dead bodies weren't updated with this new, didn't work with this new menu, but now they do. So here is the new corpse menu. You got your everything here, and all your storage and stuff would show here, and then your quick slots, and then you got your corpse menu here, which is going to show everything that the person has. And you can also use take all. And this still has a function once you loot, the dead body disappears, just so the server doesn't lag with all of the entities. Another thing I fixed was in the last update video, I believe it was actually in the video, is when you were damaging mobs in survival. So let me get a melee weapon, and let me spawn a couple mobs around me. And then survival. So the last time when you were hitting mobs, your inventory was disappearing. But now it doesn't. So if I kill the mobs, it doesn't. And then let me get a loot chest. So it was when you were looting. And I believe this isn't in the update either. It might have been, I'm not sure. But we got the loot table showing here, which I don't have any. Let's just put it down here. All right, so now let's spawn this, and then let's hit it. Yep, so everything stays. So that was another bug fix that I fixed. And then another one that was fixed was in the gun. So now the shotguns, you can actually use the 12 gauge shotgun now. It doesn't it doesn't keep reloading over and over and over and over now. You can reload it and you can actually use it now. Same thing with the rocket launchers. So now they actually work. And you can shoot. I'm not going to shoot because these actually explode. But yeah, so those are fixed now. And then another thing I actually removed in the fixed point blank, I removed the attachment menu. So when you press Y, it doesn't work at all. It's because I'm going to make a custom UI attachment UI to work with the inventory, so that way it doesn't cause any issues with that or anything like that. So that's why that's disabled, and attachments aren't going to be in alpha probably anyways, but that's just why it's disabled, and you can't use the attachments. You can't access the attachment menu. So now, like this one, before you were able to press Y, but you can't now. When you press Y, you can't even take the scope off. So that's another thing. And then I also fixed the facing of the props now. So now they have different facing, and you can face them in different directions. So, and I added some new props as well. I added some cars for decorating and stuff. So let's add those, and then let's grab a rotate tool. And they also work with the rotate. Well, this one doesn't apparently. Let's grab a different one. That one's bugged. Let's grab this one. So this one works with it. So if you go like that, it rotates, and then if you hit shift, it rotates the other way. That's a new thing also, which it makes it a lot easier for some things. So that is another thing that was added and fixed. So now all of these rotate. And I also fixed some rendering issues with some of these blocks, which I think I put out in the last updates. But some of them weren't fixed. So I went ahead and fixed those that weren't fixed. And then another thing that I fixed, which I just realized it's probably not honestly fixed well, but when you go to place a block, you used to not be able to place it right here, but it allows you to, but it doesn't only place 2, it places 3. So I got to fix that again. That was also in the list of things to fix. So so that's going to be fixed by the time the update is released. And then we have the backpacks that were fixed. I don't think they were. They were in the last update. So these are fixed now. The last update video, at least. These are fixed. So if we go here, go into backpack, they load like they normally would, and now they load on your backpack the proper way. Your back the proper way. So that is also another fix that we did. Trying to think of what else. I know I have to fix money, not like you have to add at least a penny. Oh, you can't. You have to have $1 for your money to refresh, so I gotta fix that. I'm not sure what's up with that, so I gotta fix that too. And then also there is walk sounds. You've probably been hearing. So that's another new thing that I added. Let's see what else. And I also added these blocks, road blocks, but they don't work very well. Obviously, as you can see. So those are gonna be removed temporarily, but they'll be added back once I get them fixed and everything. And I think that's pretty much everything in this update. This update was a major bug fixings and stuff like that, and updating the remainder of the menus that needed updated to the new stuff. But I think that's pretty much it. We are actively working in the map. So here is one of the cities. This is like the main city that we have, and I actually found some of my old crafting demo maps. So some of those builds are actually in this city. If you guys want to help build, I'll leave a link down in the description to the Discord. You guys can join the Discord and message me or whatever and start and help build. We are trying to get this map done as soon as possible so we can get it out and stuff. So the sooner we get this done is the sooner we can get it out, because I'm working crazy on getting the final updates updated so we can have smooth the gameplay and stuff. So once that's done and the map's done, and then we'll be set to go. We'll be ready to go. So that's what I'm gonna be working on like crazy, is getting this map done and getting the last few updates, which I only got in mind. In theory, like I want to have like maybe 4 more updates before alpha, because right now we're in pre-alpha. So I'm trying to get alpha out so we can because we only catch so many bugs. So if we get it out to the public and let the public play it, then they can play it for a lot longer and tell us what stuff we need to fix and the bugs they find and stuff like that. So there'll be a forum and everything like that once the alpha is out and the server is out available for play. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got today for you guys. I will be probably back on here within a couple of days with another update. Probably with more bug fixes and maybe new features that are probably necessary for the alpha, like broken leg isn't in, and you can't get infected by zombies yet. So those are 2 things that are going to be implemented, because those are a necessity. You need those in this in type of mod like this. So those will be in, and I'll be putting those in. Not many new features are going to be added. It's going to be a lot of just bug fixes and fine-tuning the current systems that we already have. So that's going to be a lot of what's going on right now. And then as soon as that's finished and alpha is done, we will start adding new things, and I'll start adding new guns, and I have big plans for the gun system. Even though it's fixed point blank, I can make add-ons and stuff, and make it how I want it. So that's what we're going to do. And yeah, so that's pretty much all I got for you right now, guys. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next devlog. Peace.